Blonde-haired and blue-eyed, with an effervescent personality, Meg Ryan was America's sweetheart. We all know her from When Harry Met Sally, and we all remember that famous deli scene. She also co-starred with Tom Hanks in Joe vs. the Volcano, Sleepless in Seattle, and You've Got Mail. But it's Meg Ryan's drastically different face that has been the subject of much speculation over the years, leading to headlines. Although rumors of plastic surgery have surrounded the actor since the early 2000s, she's never actually set the record straight. The most obvious thing that she's had done is some sort of filler to her cheeks, and it's definitely too much because the apple of her cheek is too full and too large. When she smiles, all of that filler moves up and makes her eyes look squinty. It has also been speculated that she has had a nose job, lip injections, Botox, and even potentially a facelift. Perhaps no one has navigated more ups and downs than John Travolta, initially gaining fame in the 1970s with shows like Welcome Back, Kotter and films like Saturday Night Fever and Grease. His iconic look included flowing black hair, a charming baby face, and a lean, long body. He maintained his leading man looks well into the 1990s, with roles in Pulp Fiction, Face Off, and Broken Arrow. But the John Travolta of today is a far cry from the leading man audiences fell in love with next to Olivia Newton-John. After years of battling a much-discussed receding hairline, he is sporting a decidedly different look, completely bald with a beard. Although he isn't quite the A-lister he has been at other points in his career, this change in appearance has altered the type of roles he is now offered for film and TV performances. Tori Spelling is the daughter of famed television producer Aaron Spelling, so it's no surprise that she punched her ticket to fame early as Donna Martin on one of her father's shows, Beverly Hills 90210. Her career in recent years has focused on the books she's written, and the reality shows centered on her family and her role as a mother. For those of us that know her as the fresh-faced Donna, it's hard to see the same girl when we look at pictures of her today. Spelling admitted that she's had a nose job and breast augmentation, but nothing more. She stresses that she has had contouring to thank for her dramatic makeover, but many believe she has received injections in her cheeks, jawline, chin, and lips. And beauty experts also speculate that the actress has gotten an eyebrow lift and laser treatment to remove wrinkles. Lark Voorhees rose to fame playing Lisa Turtle on the Saturday morning sitcom Saved by the Bell. It's hard to believe this is the same actor who once played the bubbly, fashion-happy student. In recent years, she debuted a dramatically different hairstyle and a much fuller face, heavily made up with a bad makeup job. Fans also questioned whether she had work done, as her nose and eyes look drastically different. Then there's the issue of her speech and articulation. It seems there may be something darker going on beneath the surface. Voorhees revealed for the first time that she has been diagnosed with schizoaffective thought disorder, a mental disorder that is often misdiagnosed as schizophrenia or bipolar disorder. She also has been pretty open about her lupus diagnosis. Seth Rogan's first on-screen appearance was a career-making role in Freaks and Geeks, the short-lived, much-beloved NBC sitcom from Paul Feig and Judd Apatow. Rogan would forge a career-long bond with Apatow, along with co-stars James Franco and Jason Segel. When Rogan broke out in Apatow films like The 40-Year-Old Virgin, Knocked Up, and Superbad, he still looked familiar to audiences as the slightly overweight funny guy. As Rogan's star power grew, new roles began to present themselves that required some degree of physical transformation. Seth decided to lose weight, but his weight loss journey is quite a difficult and inspirational one. He lost weight through fasting and by going vegan. He lost 30 pounds over a period of 10 weeks. Perhaps Rogan's biggest makeover came when he cut his hair and beard short. In 2022, Rogan doubled down, dyeing his shaved hair blonde, and even began sporting acrylic nails. Heather Locklear's successful TV career began with guest starring roles in shows like Chips, before she landed a main role on the soap opera Dynasty. Playing Sammy Jo Carrington, Locklear quickly became a 1980s sex symbol and star. She then followed it up with a high-profile role in T.J. Hooker, opposite William Shatner. Her success continued into the 2000s, as she became in demand for breathing new life into struggling TV series, doing so for Spin City, Melrose Place, and Boston Legal. By 2008, she became the subject of headlines for public mental health breakdowns, including a DUI and drug overdose. After time spent in a mental health facility, Locklear took a break from the limelight. Now into her 60s, Locklear appears noticeably swollen in her face, most likely from filler to her lips and cheeks, and cosmetic treatments to keep her skin wrinkle-free. Macaulay Culkin became a household name after the actor played the cute and cunning Kevin McAllister in the 1990 classic Home Alone. The actor was one of the most renowned child stars of all time. He went on to star in several other high-paying movies, including Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, Richie Rich, and The Good Son, but then he all but disappeared. As he grew up, he tried for many years to hide from superstardom. His shaggy hairdo and gaunt appearance has sparked widespread concern over his health. More recently, he was seen sporting a more clean-cut look, and all of a sudden, he looked like a grown-up version of the kid filmgoers fell in love with decades ago. After a long break from acting, Macaulay has begun to pick up more acting roles again, with credits in American Horror Story and The Righteous Gemstones in 2022. Courtney Cox's career in Hollywood began on TV, with a guest spot on the soap opera As the World Turns in 1984. But more famously, she was so convincing as a fan pulled out of the audience to dance in Bruce Springsteen's Dancing in the Dark video that few realized she was actually an actress. Of course, Friends would change her life forever, and she would be lucky enough to play Monica Geller for 10 years. She had another hit in 2009 with the series Cougar Town, but the show also got people talking about how drastically her appearance had changed, the results of extensive cosmetic surgery and Botox treatments. Courtney explained that she'd been trying to chase a more youthful appearance by getting loads of filler, although she realized she had to stop when the public began scrutinizing her new look. Anthony Michael Hall first made waves as a teen actor, especially with his appearances in the coming-of-age classics 16 Candles, The Breakfast Club, and Weird Science. He managed to successfully branch out from the nerd typecasting of his early roles by joining the cast of Saturday Night Live when he was only 17. He showed up in the 1990s looking more grown up as a villain in Edward Scissorhands and a gay man in 6 Degrees of Separation. But now he looks very different from when he was a child actor, starring alongside Molly Ringwald in 16 Candles. Having grown out of the skinny nerd look, Hall has cut off his blonde hair and buffed up a lot since the peak of his career. However, his new appearance doesn't deter too many of his fans who still find themselves reminiscing over the Brat Pack films that made him famous. Yasmine Bleeth is best known for her role as Caroline Holden on Baywatch, which brought her widespread attention. People magazine named her one of the 50 most beautiful people in 1995. She was also one of FHM's 100 sexiest women in the world every year from 1996 to 2001. The actress's career fell apart because of substance abuse issues, and at the height of her addiction, Yasmine stated her cocaine habit was so severe she went without sleep for 5 days at a time. She eventually checked into a rehab clinic to overcome her cocaine dependence, but now there are notable changes in her physique. The one-time model, who once had a great figure that most women would die for, now looks like your average middle-aged woman. You can certainly tell by the way she looks now that her past troubles have weighed heavy on her appearance. Let me know in the comments if I missed anything, and maybe even consider supporting the channel over on Patreon. If you enjoyed this video, consider watching this playlist, and then visit the channel to search the Recollection Road Library. As always, thank you so much for watching.